Here with the Lifeline. I'm just going to be going over some options today about for the 4th of July in the theme of the patriotism and all the things. We're talking about veterans, service members, active duty, and veterans who have retired. They go through I guess there's an interview. We're talking about retirement options and things. And specifically as it relates to life insurance, you've got two categories, SGLI and VGLI, pros and cons of each. So hoping to break this down, kind of make it clear for you. SGLI, first of all, is a group plan. So everybody enrolled, from what I understand, it's either gender, it's a group plan. Group plans are super inexpensive. I think in this case, it's included. And when you leave, you have to pick something. You have a certain time period where you can convert what you have to VGLI, Veterans Group Life Insurance. So what that means is you get out of the group plan. And what happens? Well, group plan rates are amazing, but non-group plan rates change. So as soon as you go from SGLI to VGLI, you're on a clock, and you can see this online, where every 5 years your life insurance premiums go up. So let's say and I ran some numbers here. If you want me to share this spreadsheet, by the way, just chime in, comment, reach out, something, and I'll be happy to do this. I don't think you can see it because let's see if I can share my screen. I'm still learning how to do this, and I apologize if I can't figure this out. Here we go. VGLI. Yeah. Okay. Tell me, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm sharing my screen now. Yes, you've got a 52-year-old, which is just a scenario that I ran, who has 500,000 from VGLI. These are the actual numbers from off of the website. The premium starts at 165 a month, which is actually a really good rate for 500,000 on a 53-year-old, 52-year-old. So that's a great start. Problem is, it only lasts 2 years, and then it jumps up to $300 a month. That's almost double, or $300 a month. So for the next 5 years, you enjoy a reasonable rate of $300 a month. We can usually get pretty close to that, I would think, if you're healthy, but there might be cases where that's actually still a pretty good rate. However, let's fast forward now to the next 5 years. It goes to $495, then age 65 to 70, $735. And then if we go beyond 70, $1,130 a month. Okay, now let's think about this for a second. You're in your retirement years. Usually it's fixed income. Usually you're on a pension, 401k might be paying out, or 403b. And by then, you're probably taking Social Security. So a lot of seniors, when they reach this age, they don't want surprises in their bills anymore. They want to know that what they have is what they have, and it's going to stay there. And they don't have to worry about going back and increasing or accounting for more bills going out the door. So if you were to convert the policy to a civilian plan, it's going to look like this. At 500,000, even a non-medical policy, $434 a month. So that's higher than the 165. $434 a month, though, is level for 20 years, which means that never changes. So you're going to hit these numbers. 300, it's still lower. 434, now it's better. 735, it's way better. And now 1100, it's way, way better. So if you look at the totals, what you're going to pay into, and both of these are terms, in 20 years, you will have paid into your VGLI $150,000 on this plan. And it's going to change for you individually, but $150,000, $109 if you are on this very basic civilian plan. And if we break it down even more, there's another carrier where I can get better rates, only up to $300,000. And combining those for 5, so you have 2 policies, just being more efficient with your dollars, we can actually get that 150 from 109 down to 104. Interesting, right? Or you can do a cash value plan, a permanent plan, because you have enough money. If you're paying $400 a month, you ought to be getting some cash value. You should have a permanent component to that, so you're actually getting equity in your life insurance. So what I did further was a $300,000 term and a $200,000 indexed universal life product. Okay. Consistent, conservative growth on that product. We're going to fast forward 20 years. You will have paid in, okay, 140,000, but you will have accumulated a reason. This is not guaranteed, just so you know, but it is a conservative growth rate. You would have had conservatively $60,000. So if we subtract that out, you've got what cost you a net cost of 79,000. So between the two, it is a little higher. It's $500. But even then, if you had zero cash value, it's still less expensive over 20 years compared to 150,000 you pay into VGLI. So watch that VGLA, veterans, because while it's saving you a few bucks in your early years, it's going to go up and up. And I would think people in their 60s are dropping out. And what happens is you get in your 50s, you're looking for life insurance now. You haven't secured a rate from when you were in your 40s and 50s. 60s, 70s, the older you get, the more expensive life insurance is. So all you're doing is kicking this can down the road. And every 5 years, that bill's going to go up. And while it saves you money on the front end, it does not, as you can tell, save on the back end. Let's fast forward this a little bit more. If we go down at age 75, your premium goes from $1,130 to $2,140. That is almost double. I don't know any senior on a fixed income that can afford a $2,000 a month bill on their life insurance. And that'll take you to age 83. And then it's gonna phase out. I don't know if it goes on after that. I'd have to double check. But at that point, you will have spent $300, $400, almost $400,000 on your life insurance. And if you outlive that policy, you get nothing back. So a lot better ways of spending your money or investing over the years with regards to putting your money into something that's going to be a lot more efficient, and or putting something into a policy where you have cash value or permanent growth that can actually turn into an asset down the road, giving you money that you can use. So let me see if there's any questions. What if he was on real life? Skibbity, okay. $78. Great. I don't see any questions here in the chat room, but it's just a lot of comments. Thank you for joining. I hope this has been helpful. If any of you are military, please feel free to comment. If you have any questions, I want to definitely help answer those. But this is specifically for people serving in the military or exiting the military with one of those retirement interviews. They're going to be talking about life insurance, and they may not go over these types of options because the military does not offer VGLI on whole life or permanent coverage with cash value growth and all that. It's just a term plan, and it goes up. So watch that. Reach out to me. I'd love to sit down, kind of run this scenario for you specifically, your age and your how much you're looking at getting and how much you're paying, and run the difference and compare the numbers so that in 20 years we can see how much money you save. So I've got these tools. Happy to do that. If you are in the military, thank you for your service. It's an honor to work with vets, and if I come across one, I'm always grateful that I can serve somebody that has served our country as you have. So thank you. Happy 4th of July. I hope this is insightful. And if something here isn't making sense, again, reach out to me. You can use the scan right up here at the top to schedule a chat, or you can reply, hit me up on any of my social media platforms, tag me. I'll watch that. I'll look out, and we can connect, and I can go over this specifically for your individual case. So thanks for listening, and back to your day.